So the Game Awards happened, and can you guys believe it? Bill Clinton won Game of the Year. Didn't see it coming. There's a ton to go over, both from what games won what awards and all the brand new titles, DLC, and expansions that were revealed with full trailers at the Game Awards. But before we buckle down and go over all that, here's a word from our sponsor. Nostalgic Video Games in Florence, Kentucky is our brick and mortar store where we buy, sell, and trade retro to modern video games, accessories, consoles, and vintage toys. Christmas is just a couple weeks away, and if you're still waiting to grab that special gift for someone, we are currently running a buy 3 get 1 free sale. We are also running special console bundle deals with Xbox 360s and Wii's in case you want to get someone a console from their childhood or introduce them to the wider world of gaming. The holidays get real busy around Nostalgic, so don't hesitate and come on down and see us. So first things first, what was Game of the Year? And to the surprise of pretty much nobody, it was Elden Ring. There was a lot of heavy contenders for Game of the Year this year, and personally I really would have liked to see Stray win. I'm not sure if it was the best game out of all the nominees, but it definitely would have been a really nice breath of fresh air and the relatively homogenous Game of the Year title. But just the fact that we saw a smaller indie title like Stray even get nominated is fantastic. But up against the power of FromSoft and the social pull of a game like Elden Ring, there really wasn't much of a contest. And if you watch the Game Awards at all or are connected in social media, you probably saw this kid who snuck up on stage during the Game of the Year announcement behind the developers of Elden Ring and then took the mic and said, "I would like to grant this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton." He was swiftly escorted off stage and supposedly taken to a police department for questioning. To see something so moderated and boiled down and scripted like this year's Game Awards, to just have a wrench totally thrown into it, I'm sure people were freaking out behind the scenes, but honestly, it made for a really funny moment. So what do you think about Elden Ring being awarded Game of the Year? Do you think it deserved it, or should it have been another game? Let me know in the comments what you think. So I wanted to go through and just list everything that was announced because there is some really cool stuff that was announced at Game Awards this year. We got a new trailer for Final Fantasy XVI as well as a June 2023 release window. From Software revealed Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. Not much was revealed, but we do know it has a tentative 2023 release date. And one of the ones I'm most excited for is a Hades 2 announcement and gameplay trailer from Supergiant Games. The first Hades is a fantastic roguelike with some beautiful art. And from this trailer, it looks like all of that is making its transition into the sequel, and I can't wait to dive back into this beautiful world. Ken Levine, the original creator behind BioShock, has revealed his next game, Judas. The official press release reads, "A disintegrating starship, a desperate escape plan. You are the mysterious and troubled Judas. Your only hope for survival is to make or break alliances with your worst enemies. Will you work together to fix what you broke, or will you leave it to burn?" The trailer gives off some major BioShock vibes, and I'm a bit excited to see what comes from it. Death Stranding 2 was revealed with an older Sam Bridges. Hideo Kojima also revealed that he rewrote the entire sequel after the COVID-19 pandemic. It'll be really interesting to see how that global phenomenon really affected this game and its narrative. Next, Idris Elba was revealed to be in the Cyberpunk 2077 DLC Phantom Liberty. Ever since Edgerunners, I've been super excited for more Cyberpunk content, so I can't wait for this to be released. And, dear God, the announcement of Diablo 4. And it's not a mobile game this time. It was announced it will be released June 6th, 2023. That's pretty dang close. They also said a public beta will take place before then, and I'm definitely going to try to hop in on that. We also got a brand new Jedi Survivor trailer with a ton of gameplay and some more story implications. Star Wars is one of my favorite things on the planet, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was fantastic, and I cannot wait to see where they go with this next game. This game takes place 5 years after the first one, and it looks like Cal Kestis is trying to help rebuild the Jedi Order. We get some really cool looks at this one-armed character with white hair who, from the trailer, to me sounds like it was a former Jedi, but is now sort of turned to the dark side. There's this cool look at this somewhat impromptu built Jedi archives. This looks really interesting, and I'm excited to see where the story goes. We also got Canon Brown Wampa. Yeah, the brown Wampas from Shadows of the Empire. It looks like there's a bunch of new combat mechanics as well, including dual-wielding single-bladed lightsabers. One of my favorite things from that first game is the lightsaber customizing, so I'm really happy that they are just expanding upon that more. There's also a limited run collector's edition that comes with a Cal Kestis lightsaber, which is compatible with the Galaxy's Edge lightsaber blade system, but it doesn't come with the blade, it's just the hilt, and it comes with a cool steelbook and everything. That's a pretty dang cool collector's edition if you ask me. We also got the reveal that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will include Kevin Conroy in their cast. The Game Awards had a moment to pay tribute to Kevin Conroy, and this is confirmed to be his last role as Batman. I wasn't super interested or invested in this game, but this might just make me pick it up. We also got the release date for Street Fighter 6, June 2nd, 2023. Lots of stuff coming out in June next year. We got sort of a first full clip scene of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and we see a lot more of Chris Pratt's Mario Italian accent. And you know, it's alright. I don't think the movie's gonna be offensive in any way. Nintendo absolutely held their hand through the entire production of this film, and everything we're gonna see was absolutely okayed by Miyamoto. So I'm not too worried about it, but we'll see if it surprises me in any way. The Tekken 8 trailer also revealed the return of Jin Kazuma, Jin Kazuma's mother, who died in Tekken 2. And she's returning as a playable character, so we'll see how that rolls out. The Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC was announced, arrives in April, and is exclusive to the PS5. It's gonna take Aloy to Los Angeles. Hope she's ready for that California heat. That will come out April 19th, 2023, and like I said, won't be available to people who have purchased the game on PS4. Crash Team Rumble is coming, which is a 4v4 multiplayer game, and you're gonna have to lead your group into a, quote, slide, smash, bump, and bash as a team to be the first, like FUR-ST, because they're animals, he's manicured, to bank the most Wampa fruit in their drop-off zone while simultaneously defending the opponent team's drop zone. So it's like 4v4 Crash Hungry Hippos. We'll see what happens. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 gameplay was revealed. Looks like that's going to be out on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC in 2023. The developers of Celeste have revealed their next game, Earthblade, confirming to be released in 2024. It's a 2D explore-action game, and just like Celeste, it looks beautiful. Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. A new spin-off of the Bayonetta franchise that's coming out on March 17th, 2023. And when I saw this next trailer, I had to stop. Take a breath, I had to compose myself. Mike Mignola's Hellboy, Web of Weird. Mike Mignola is my favorite artist. Hellboy is one of my favorite comic series, and those movies have a very, very special place in my heart. The first two, the Guillermo del Toro ones. I have a soft spot for the, 2019 Hellboy? Because it very much is a love letter to Hellboy fans, but objectively, it's... This game is coming out on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. It is a roguelite action adventure with an original story. And the entire game looks to be in Mike Mignola's art style, and I am just super excited for this. I cannot get enough of Hellboy. There's so much potential for Hellboy video games, and the ones that we've gotten in the past, not great. We also got a look at the Lords of the Fallen, a Souls-like reboot, another dark fantasy in this post-Elden Ring world. This is a bit of a reboot of 2016's Lords of the Fallen. It takes place 1,000 years after the original and is in a world 5 times larger. The Last of Us Part 1 is getting a release on PC in March 2023. This is just following a whole series of PlayStation exclusives getting released on Steam and PC. Super excited to see that come to a wider audience. Along with Last of Us Part 1, we are also getting Returnal on the PC. I actually haven't heard of this one before. Maybe I'm just inadequate at my job. Baldur's Gate 3, which has been in early access for quite a while now, received an official release window of August 2023. I love those first 2 Baldur's Gate games, and I love the Dark Alliance spin-off games on the PS2 and original Xbox. I actually haven't played any of the early access because I wanted to wait until it was in a more sort of fully fleshed out mode for me to play the new game. But in this trailer, they revealed Minsc, one of my favorite characters from the Forgotten Realms, so I'm super excited to see that. We also got a look at Transformers Reactivate. The Transformers Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron games are 2 of my favorite of all time. So I'm excited to see Transformers take another shot with less niche titles like they've been releasing the past few years. It is an online action game. It'll be on PC and consoles, and will let players, quote, fully immerse themselves in the universe like never before. I love me some Transformers. With that and Rise of the Beasts on the way, got me excited. We also have Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden announced. It's about 2 ghost hunters in 1695. It looks really interesting. I'm excited to see more from this. Immortals of Avium was revealed from Ascendant Studios. It's a single-player magic shooter. I'm not 100% sure what that means, like you shoot magic stuff, I guess. It's an EA original and comes from devs that have worked on Dead Space, Halo, and BioShock, so yeah, there's some pretty solid talent behind this. We got the announcement of Remnant 2 in 2023 from Gearbox. Blue Protocol will be released by Amazon in North America. Surreal platformer After Us was announced. Post-Human Earth where players become Gaia, the spirit of life. Interesting. Replaced, a retro-futuristic platformer. We got a brand new trailer set in this sort of alternative 1980s timeline. That looks pretty neat. Vampire Survivors is coming to mobile for free, so that's pretty neat. And we also got the announcement of Dead Cell's Return to Castlevania DLC with a banging remix soundtrack of some classic Castlevania tunes. This will be coming Q1 next year and will add new enemies, 14 new weapons, 2 new biomes, a new storyline, 3 bosses, and 20 outfits. And yes, has 50 original remixes of classic Castlevania tracks. We got a Wild Hearts gameplay trailer, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, raids, Fire Emblem Engage DLC. We got Dune Awakening. That sounds super cool. Dune is one of my favorite books, and the movie was alright. My opinions on that are divisive. But I really think giving this a video game will allow the characters in the story to very appropriately develop and take the time it needs. I am interested to see how that goes because Dune is very politics heavy and isn't all too action based, but we'll see. We got Destiny 2 Lightfall gameplay, the announcement of the Among Us hide and seek mode, which is a mode that, players sort of created themselves just messing with the sort of settings in custom games. It was a mode my friends and I played when Among Us first came out, and that was some of the most fun I ever had playing Among Us. So I'm really excited to see it get sort of released in an official capacity. Got Horizon Call of the Mountain, and yeah, that's about everything. I definitely missed some stuff. If I missed anything, just drop it in the comments and I'll pin it. What are you guys most excited for? For me, it's definitely a split between Hellboy Web of Weird, Transformers Reactivate, and the Castlevania Dead Cells DLC. It looks like we're gearing up to have a really interesting 2023, and I'll absolutely stay on top of all these stories and new trailers and information released about these games. That was pretty much everything I wanted to address. I know there was a lot to go over, but if you stuck around through the whole thing, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and like, it really does help the channel out. And if you aren't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. We are almost to 1,000 subscribers. I would love to hit that milestone before the end of the year, and if you guys make that happen, we'll have to do something a little special for you. So thanks for tuning in to the Nostalgic Network, and I'll see you next time.